What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again, and today, for my first time ever, it's an official Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War of the Visions video. We've got a trailer for a global announcement. We've got an interview with Hirono-San giving us some details on gameplay and maybe when you can get your hands on the game for JP players. So I'm so excited. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is do a little bit of trailer analysis. We're going to watch the trailer, I'm going to give my thoughts on it, and then we're going to go over an interview like I said. So, we're going to watch this trailer, you guys can watch it too on the official Final Fantasy Brave Exvius YouTube if you want to go back. It's a 2-minute long trailer, so let's get into it. Let's see this. It was shown at E3.
Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
Yes.
Enjoyed by fans the world over, has surpassed 39 million downloads.
A lot of downloads. Maybe
Now,
some re-rolling.
Square-Enix proudly presents the international reveal of a new title born from the FFBE universe. War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
Yes.
These two titles, FFBE and War of the Visions, will be the pillars of the growing world of Lapis.
Lapis. It's not Lapis, it's Lapis. Yeah, I might have to start changing the way I say it. It's gonna be tough, though.
This is the story of Ardura, a continent of Lapis. A tiny spark here ignites the flames that would embroil the entire continent in conflict.
You can see we have different
conflict
houses.
later spoken of as the War of the Visions.
Oh, the Visions. It's kind of got a Game of Thrones feel to it. This is my team.
Leonis, ruled by the Red Lion Monarch,
Yes.
possesses the power of visions, as
this
well
art
as
is
twin
beautiful.
princes.
Art is beautiful.
Horn, the great Western Kingdom, governed by a policy of peace and its brave and wise king.
I respect it. Ain't about
Venice,
Slytherin, nah.
where the king of the savages has organized the barbarian tribes into Ardura's mightiest militant state.
Lord. You got the
Wessex,
stars?
the great Eastern Kingdom, over which reigns its icy despot. Crystal Sanctum, a religious city-state with believers throughout Ardura, founded by one who claims to be God.
Claims to be God. That's
Each
gonna be the
burdened
bad
with
guy.
its own dignity. Thus is the curtain drawn on a struggle in which
Here we
the
go,
fate
guys. It's the
of
gameplay
nations
reveal right here.
rests.
What?
All is for one's homeland.
Sayaka. We'll go back and look.
War of the Visions.
Yes.
Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
Let's go, dude.
Now in development.
It says now in development. So the first thing I want to point out is it just says coming worldwide, meaning that we are getting a release as well. Global confirmed worldwide release. However, this does not mean that JP and Global will be released at the same time, because later on you'll see that they, like, JP already has pre-reg open, Global doesn't yet. They already have some rewards you guys can get, like pre-reg rewards. So if you guys want to get those, we'll discuss that in a minute. But it's coming, and it's got to be coming soon. Because okay, we'll get into it in a minute. But let's look at the trailer. I'm just so excited. I want to go back. So first off, what I want to hear, sound off in chat in the comments. You know, you can talk about however you want about the game. I want to hear which house you're going with, because I'm definitely going with Leonis. This house right here, dude. I know it's like Rain last well, Reagan. It kind of gets that feel right there, right? Because this is a prequel. So this game is a prequel to FFBE, and it's being told, and we'll read an interview in a minute, it's being told by like a scholar telling the story about what happened in the past with the War of the Visions. So these could be like the, you know, early family of Rain Lastwell, Reagan. Maybe this is somehow related, but you guys already know. Loving main characters, and if that's the main character, I'm all down. I'm down for him, all right, dude? And then you can go through the different houses, and you can look at them. Like, we have the, I can respect these guys right here. They're supposed to be for peace. Looks like maybe some paladins, some knights or something. Then we have Finnis, which is like Slytherin. This guy right here looks like he has the super, like, hourglass look going on over here. And then we have the Starks coming in. We have a couple of them in here. Wait, I need to play this out so you guys can see this. Here you go. So you guys can pick. I want you to sound off which one you guys are for, because I want to know. And then we need to get into looking at the gameplay. We can see here that it's definitely got the tactic style grid. The graphics are looking actually better in this than they were in the and we have English translations already, which is great. That's great to see. Actually, I didn't even look at that. It's definitely going to have the tactic style grid-based system. It also, there's Medina, by the way. This is Medina. You can definitely tell that's her. That's her. Like,
the fate of nations.
I didn't really show it too much, but that is definitely her. It looks like her. But again, guys, if you've seen the Alchemist Code, it's another Gumi game. This is pretty much going to be like just like Brave Frontier was to Brave Exvius. If you guys didn't know, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius was kind of like a reskin of a game that Gumi did before called Brave Frontier. Super successful game, but they changed a lot. They innovated, and that's what I'm hoping they're going to do with this. I'm going to be 100% honest. I watched the JP trailer. I was hyped for it, but for some reason the English trailer, I don't know if they rendered it better or the graphics. The graphics just look better in this game. Like, I'm going to rewatch the gameplay a little bit here.
Curtain drawn,
I'm going to turn down the volume. It just looks a little bit better to me. And then obviously we're going to be able to summon and do special abilities. So I'm very excited about it. There's Ayaka. I wanted to go back and show you guys. Those are the only two characters I can tell that are from our original story. Let's see, there she is. So that's Ayaka. Isn't that crazy? So I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how the visions are going to work, because again, this is supposed to be in the past. Visions are supposed to be, you summon things from the past. So I don't know if, like, maybe even now, like Final Fantasy characters, right? Like Cloud, Tidus, you know, Tifa, are they all going to be coming, like, okay, is Final Fantasy Brave Exvius set, obviously, you know, like, are we going to still summon them? How's that going to work? Are we going to be able to see Rain in them because they're from the future? How is that going to work? We're going to have to wait and see what the connection is between the two. We may not see our characters from the main story in this game, but it's still exciting. We can see some of the characters, and we get to see them in action. I'm very, very excited. It looks like it's going to have, like, a job class system. And then, like I said, it says coming worldwide. So now I want to skip over, and we're going to look a little bit over the interview that just came out from Hirono. All right, so it's from a Reddit post. It says quick details from Fatmitsu interview with Hirono. Fatmitsu must be maybe a website for mobile games, maybe. And I'm just going to read through it, guys. I'm so excited. I want you guys to be excited as well. Plans to explain. This is Hirono. And Hirono is the producer over the JP version of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. He kind of was the creator. He was the creator of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Plans to expand Brave Exvius into its own sub-series began about 2 years ago. In the early stage plannings, they flirted with the idea of making an MMORPG or a console game, which would have been sweet, and they were also considering doing a standalone one-time purchase mobile game. In the end, they decided to do a genre change with a new story, but a similar world view. Hirono decided on a tactical RPG for the genre because Final Fantasy Tactics was a big success, despite the challenge of converting an RPG series into a tactical RPG, appealing to the old fans and attracting new fans. And he wanted to take on the same challenge in the same way that FFT was the first spin-off of the main numbered FF series. He wants War of the Visions to be the first spin-off of the FFBE sub-series. So I'm wondering if they're going to have multiple spin-offs. I think he answers it down below, but that makes it sound like they want more games for Brave Exvius. Like, Brave Exvius is going to be big. Art direction is handled by Sai Designation with, I'm going to call them CD from now on, with supervision from Ahiko Yoshida. The main character designer is Ryuji Ohara. Hirono had a meeting with CD CEO Hideo Minaba, who brought him a colored illustration of Rain by Ohara as a gift. After that meeting, Hirono took the illustration to the development team, and they decided to ask CD to do the art for the game. They wanted the designs to evoke nostalgia, but not completely imitate the style of previous games, instead going with something a bit more unique. The art style in this game is absolutely fantastic to me. I don't know about you guys. I'm loving the way it looks. It looks so good. The title and core concept of the game's stories are based on the FFBE interpretation of FF crystals, which are the crystallization of human memories. So that's why I'm thinking, how are they going to, if it's the War of the Visions, we must be summoning things we've never seen before, right? I wonder how they're going to play in, I don't know, and can be used to summon visions. In the distant past, there were those who used the power that causes a massive war, which is what we're going to be playing in the War of the Visions. Because of how they were summoned in battle. The story is narrated by a historian in the future, similar to FF Tactics. So it seems like we're not going to be seeing it through the eyes of someone. It's going to be someone telling us a story. So maybe we'll see a bunch of different things happening at once. With narration, we get to see different sides of the story all over the place, perhaps. While FFB is sort of a shonen story that focuses on the growth, friendships, and rivalries of the main characters, War of the Visions will have a more serious tone and will touch on subjects like love, hate, trust, betrayal, life, and death. The story will deal with shades of gray. In war, there are always winners and losers, but neither side is necessarily good or evil. So again, it seems like maybe we won't have the automatic hero good guy we have to root for. But I hope it's Mont. War of the Visions is indeed in the same world as FFBE. Lapis, try to say it right, I guess, in the southeastern continent of the world map, which is currently obscured by clouds. The full illustration of the world map was in the FFBE art book. The story is set long, long before the events of FFBE. The War of the Visions is actually mentioned vaguely at FFBE proper. Rain will not appear in the main story of War of the Visions, but there will be connections between the two games that will be revealed over time. Interesting. He doesn't delve too deeply into the gameplay, this is the part that gets me hyped. Each unit will have a main job, they can be trained into additional sub-jobs. Amazing. Summons will affect the entire map and will use the same type of full CG movies as FFBE. He's not going to go into details yet, but there will be multiplayer and raid elements, as well as guilds and duels. I'm assuming duels is PvP. Maybe it's live action PvP. Multiplayer, raids, and guilds, guys. You gotta join guild House Yuzolt. Come on over, join House Yuzolt. We will reign supreme. All right, I'm making a guild. We're getting in there. While FFBE's graphics were meant to be nostalgic pixel art, they wanted to do character design for this game justice by making them full 3D models. They also chose to go with more realistic proportions. Characters are about 6 heads tall to make it stand out more from the typical SD look of other tactical RPGs. Closed beta test is scheduled around July, that's next month. Likely JP only. Kind of sad, but again, my plans are to play JP when it first comes out, wait for global release, and just switch straight to global. So yeah, in FFBE news, Hirono says that season 3 will last more than a year, so that's the new season in JP. We're not there in global yet, and they will adjust their plans for season 4 based on player feedback. When asked, will there be other FFBE spin-offs, Hirono seems to think that making too many games will frustrate players, which I agree, because they won't be able to decide which game to focus on. However, it's possible they will branch out into other media, such as a video series, which would be cool, like I guess like an anime maybe. For now, their focus is to make sure both FFBE and War of the Visions are quality games with good stories worthy of the FF title. Hirono wants to turn FFBE into a true IP that spans more than a decade. That has been stated before. He says he wants this to last 30 years. He wants FFBE, obviously it's his baby, he wants it to grow. Things are going a little bit wrong, but hey, maybe too much time is being spent in War of the Visions. I don't know, but hopefully they can get it fixed. I mean, you always got to be positive, whatever. Hirono wants to assure fans that War of the Vision is being developed by a completely different studio and team from FFBE. So even though he's producing War of the Visions, it's not going to pull resources away from FFBE. But I guess they're kind of just saying FFBE is not going to be left in the dust. But guys, I'm so excited. Multiplayer, guilds. I mean, it looks amazing. Again, a lot of people. I think a lot of people like the Alchemist Code for the most part. I like the gameplay. There was a lot of grind-heavy things going on in it. I know a lot of people are apprehensive about the whole Gumi thing running it. We will have to just give it a chance to see when it comes out. I'll definitely be trying to get into that July beta because it says closed beta test. So that kind of, I really hope that it's not too close so we can get in there and try it out. I'm going to leave links in the description below to the JP site and the global site. On the JP site, you can pre-reg. All you have to do is click like the little Google. It'll be like at the top. And it's going to be on Amazon too, which is great for Amazon coin users like myself, and hopefully you guys are too. You can click like the Google thing and you type in your, you could go there and Google pre-reg, or you can follow their Twitter apparently, and also we're getting an Ishola. I don't know if you guys know, dude, in the JP version, we're getting a Shadowbringers collab for War of the Vision. So that's why I know it's coming soon, because Shadowbringers is coming soon. And, so you want to pre-write and get that Ishola. She's apparently an SSR. And that game is not going to be like 5-star based, 6-star based. SSR is apparently the highest thing, which a lot of mobile games do. So, what else can I tell you guys? I will also have a link that just says pre-reg. You just go there. It's a Square-Enix thing. You go there, you type in your email, you confirm your email, and your pre-registration is complete for JP. Now, Global is not out yet. You best be sure that I'll be making a, making a video when Global gets pre-reg. Any more news on this game, I'm going to be covering it. I'm so excited. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below which house you're with. Out of the ones they have, because I know you guys all want to be House Yuzolt. And how you feel about the game? Are you feeling excited about it? Because I am. And then subscribe for future content. We'll catch you guys in the next video.